You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, it's all-inclusive, diverse, until someone actually gets hurt. Here we are again, guys, making another video about a transgender person in women's sports. Fully grown men identifying as women, going over to women's sports, and then somebody gets severely hurt. Now, we done the video on the field hockey player over there in Massachusetts. Girls actually had to allow a boy on the team, and he ended up fracturing the face and teeth of a girl. I'm going to say it again. Boys and men should not be on the field with women. Let women have their own sports. But we have seen an increase in men coming over into women's sports and dominating the competition, and now even severely injuring women. This needs to end. Now we're going to go over here to the UK now, because a female, once again, has gotten severely injured at the hands of a man identifying as a woman. There seems to be no end in sight. Here we go, guys. Look at this. Trans athlete who seriously injured female player quits team after opponents refused to play against him. And these females, guys, that refused to play, they were terrified of this man. Terrified. Let's read some of this. A male-born transgender athlete has quit a British soccer team when faced with opposing teams refusing to play against his team after he broke an opponent's knee during a match. But even after quitting, the trans player is threatening to sue. Why? I'm assuming it's because the women don't want to play against him. Look at this. Opponents have refused to play against Francesca Needham, 30, after he broke a female player's knee as she tried to block his shot. Many claim they were terrified to face Needham on the field, according to the Daily Mail. Now, got some pictures here. Take a guess from this picture right here on who the male is. It's pretty easy. Right there. Way bigger than any female on this team. But hey, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yeah. Look at this person right here. I mean, what more is there to say? What more is there to say? This person should not be on the field at all with women. Man, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm disgusting myself by flipping through these photos, but I want you guys to see what we're dealing with here, guys. You need to see what we're dealing with. Broke a female player's knee, and the women got terrified. Needham ultimately resigned from the Rosington Maine ladies team in Doncaster, South Yorkshire, saying he did so for the good of the team after many opponents refused to play them. But he was not happy to fade off into the sunset. Wow. So he's actually saying now that he's suing for discrimination. Look at this. A man identifies as a woman is threatening to sue for discrimination because women have rightly refused to compete in the Women's Football League with him. Discrimination, really? Wow. In a statement to the team's Facebook page, Needham decried the fact that he faced challenges from teams unwilling to play against us while I am on the field. I don't blame these women. You guys saw how big this person is. I mean, biology is a real factor. He went on to warn about legal action. Quote, "This unfortunate circumstance has prompted me to investigate pursuing a case of discrimination, as I believe it represents a breach of a code of conduct regarding diversity and inclusion," that we are with those Marxist terms, "as well as safeguarding of adults in football established by both the Football Association and the Sheffield and Hampshire Women and Girls League," he wrote. "It's disheartening," Needham continued, "to acknowledge that this situation contradicts everything in the diversity and inclusion policies, given that I have diligently met every single requirement set out by the Football Association to play." Now, there should be no diversity and inclusion policies, but apparently this league actually has them. And now look what's happened. A woman has got severely injured. Quote, "I sincerely hope that this issue of perceived discrimination against me can be resolved peacefully and promptly," he concluded. Rosenton Maine ladies gave Needham their full backing, and why not? They don't face injury on the field at Needham's hands. Their opponents do, exactly. They don't actually have to face a man because the man is actually on the team. A manager for an opposing team who asked the media not to name him noted that Needham is a large and powerful player whose sides frighten opponents. I'm looking at this person right now. I'm kind of terrified right now. And I'm a man. No doubt that this guy is actually bigger than me. And it's pretty obvious. Speak of the devil right here. The manager says, quote, "It was obvious. Unfortunately, the FA allowed it to happen, but didn't let anyone know." Really? He's quite a big, strong player. People have refused to play because they are worried about the safety of the players. My players were backing out of challenges as psychologically it's quite a big thing when you are playing against a biological man. It's quite scary. They are terrified, he added. Another league manager said he has teenagers on his team and parents were not happy over Needham's inclusion. Wait a minute, hold on. Teenagers? What kind of league is this? You got a 30-year-old man playing against teenagers? My God. Quote, "I have 16 and 17-year-old players playing for me, and their parents weren't too keen to put their welfare at risk. I don't blame them," he said, adding that it is a welfare and safety issue, not a transgender issue. The women's league, though, approved Needham's bid to play in the league and insisted he has satisfied their rules for testosterone levels and other transgender requirements. See, the testosterone thing, that's just one thing. I mean, you guys saw the picture. Look at the mass on this person. It's not even close. That's disgusting, man. This stuff needs to end. But there seems to be no end in sight. Unfortunately, guys, I got to tell you, it's probably going to take a death, probably multiple deaths, to put a stop to all of this. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.